Yo, 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 yo. One Piece. Chapter 1168 is out. And we are here to read it. How we feeling, y'all? How we feeling? How we feeling? How you feel? How y'all been? How y'all been? Stan Robinson made playoffs in 5 or 6 leagues. I'm fighting in 2 of them. I made the playoffs in the others. Fighting in 2 of them. Like it's gonna come down to week 14. Me and somebody else, we're both 15 and 11, and it's gonna come down to we will actually match up this week. So whoever wins goes to the playoffs. Yo, son, what's happening? Assemble. Be ready for some deep fields. All right, say less. Say less. How we feeling, y'all? I'll be honest. I did not expect for the chapter to come out today. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that today. Dr. Umar, what's happening? Say you're and yo, Stan Waffles with a 10 gift. Y'all appreciate you, Stan. Dope, what's happening? It's a fire chapter, bro. Enjoy. I appreciate you, Brody. Percy Jordan family, appreciate you, Percy. Yeah, it's been coming out Fridays, Caleb. I was expecting it tomorrow, so I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining. Yo, shout out to Stan Waffles, man. Shout out to my guy, Stan. We're not going to waste too much time today. I want to get to the chapter. Yo, TFJMCD just sent 10 gifts. Yo, appreciate you, TFJ. Thank you. If you got a gifted membership, just say thank you to whomever gifted it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Vice, I'm gonna make it happen, man. I'm gonna make it happen. Oh, I know Jay is hosting the agenda reverie this weekend. That's happening this weekend. I might be there. I don't know. I have a busy Saturday. So I might be there. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, pull up on the guys and gals. It should be a great time. Yo, Heavenly Kid, what's happening? They say I'm on the thumbnail. I mean, you know. Yo, 1 2 of us. It was good, fam. Whoa, no. Giannis has an injury? Well, I saw a report that Giannis was trying to get traded. But, you know, I get it. You say you are that. Yo, free Vans for life with a 17. Yo, appreciate you, my G. And 1 2 of us with a 25. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I mean, that means he's going to the Knicks. Or he's going somewhere. But I heard that he wants to go to the Knicks. Nah, Breezy, that's facts. Facts. We haven't had discussion with the boys in a while. I would like to have it tonight, since we got a chapter early. Even though it's an amazing game tonight, Thursday night football game, Cowboys and Lions. But we'll see. I think Giannis to the Knicks would be good for the NBA. Giannis is a superstar. I think the Knicks already. I don't feel like they did. I don't know. There's so many things I want to play out right in regard to fantasy football. I don't care who wins as far as this. Typically, honestly, I'll be honest with y'all. I typically don't care who wins in football. If it's like fantasy football, I typically don't care. I just want my teams to win for fantasy football. That's it. That's it. And the Saints, right? And the Saints. But if I got to pick between my fantasy football team and the Saints winning, I'm picking me, nigga. They got next week. Yo, Luke, join us. I appreciate you, Luke. Tabor, appreciate you joining Famo as well. Also, real quick, we're about to start a chapter. Why y'all don't tell me Steins Gate was this good? I did not know Steins Gate was this good. Steins Gate is fantastic. Here's the thing. Because of how the story was going, I then did some research because I found out Steins Gate 0 exists. So I was told the best thing to do is to watch up to episode 22, then watch. It's like a secret episode where like half the events change from episode 22, and then go and watch Steins Gate 0, then come back to watch 23 and 24. That's what I heard. So I didn't see that before I watched 23, because 23 was insane, right? 23 was insane. But it's crazy. So what happened is I watched 23, but I'm not gonna watch 24 until after 0. That's what we're gonna do. Someone telling you how to watch Star Wars. I feel like, well, from what I read about the experience, I feel like it will be a unique experience to go through it that way. So I'm like, why not? And then because I already watched it, technically I'm not gonna get caught up to Steins Gate 0 until like June, Lord willing. So I'm not gonna be able to watch Steins Gate until June. So I'm gonna watch episode 23 again after 0 to see if my feelings change. So we'll see and compare and contrast both reactions, etc. It's a whole thing, but I think it's appropriate when it comes to Steins Gate. The last One Piece episode, I'm not sure how many people have seen it. Very, very. I think they did the Bonnie stuff pretty well. But the episode overall was okay. Right? The episode overall was okay. It was okay. I feel like Toei did some janky stuff with some pacing, but overall the episode was okay. It was fine. I still don't know how I feel about Bonnie being able to turn to Gear 5, but, they did a good job with the episode. But all right. One Piece chapter 1168, Elbaf Snow. Yeah, sending Mars kind of took a while. Yeah. They definitely dragged it. But I was about to be asked for a decade, like most NBA teams. Yeah. It wasn't. I didn't love how they were cutting back and forth. I didn't like that. But all right, 1168 Elbaf Snow. I haven't heard much about this chapter, so I expect something cool, something chill, nothing too explosive. Cover request by Mrs. Fuji. A family of sheep knit 6 gloves for Hachan. Okay, that's cool. Not mad at it. I don't know what kind of sheep these are, but they're going to call them sheep. If they call them sheep, I'm going to call them sheep, all right? They just black sheep. Yeah. All right. Here we go. 15 years ago, that same year. All right, we are hammering that same year, y'all. That same year. All over the world. Harold's efforts are paying off. But, okay, those giant marines are really doing a good job. They're so reliable. I always thought they looked scary, but now I wouldn't mind meeting one. Can't you get us stocked up again? Elbaf seafood is super popular now, you know? I bet it is. This here is a top quality Elbaf cedar. It's rare and tricky. It's a rare and tricky item to import. Okay. We're seeing the fruits of Harold's labor. All right. Now, is it truly working, or is Elbaf just being exploited? We have to see how things go. Because typically when these things happen, one side benefits so much more greatly than the other side. But we'll see. However, I think just based off of these few panels, I gotta give Harold a twerk up over Odin. All right? For whatever Harold's twerks are, seems to be much more well thought out than Odin's. And Harold didn't have as much help right basically at his disposal like Odin did. So he gets the up twerk. Elbaf, New World. When we finally become a member nation, I think we should build sightseeing ships so our people can freely visit all of our allies. Okay. He has some great ideas. I don't think you should build sightseeing ships so people can freely visit your allies. I think you should build some sightseeing ships so people can see y'all niggas. I think people just want to see giants, right? Make it like an Elbaf amusement park, but for humans. I think that's way more lucrative, Harold. You're looking at this the wrong way. Tourism, right? You guys are fascinating to humans, right? At the end of the day, if you guys make it seem like, hey, not like a zoo, right? Because a zoo is crazy. But like, people are fascinated by you guys. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't hate giants. I hate giant fights. I hate kaiju fights. I realize that. I come to terms with that. I don't hate giants. I hate kaiju fights. I think, honestly, they should have giant football. You get me? Like giant football where it's like the giants are playing against each other. And people come and watch. Not exploit them, just empower them. I'm saying capitalize. We're actually a rare minority from the perspective of the outside world. Yo, Teridia661 said, just want to drop this and leave Mihawk stands. Drop this and leave. Mihawk stands are the worst and got to be the dumbest fan base in all of anime. Respect, broski. That was out of left field. Really, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Says, we're actually a rare minority from the perspective of the outside world. But there are many nations out there with a wide variety of races coexisting. This is thanks to a culture of mutual respect. Okay. Let's join the larger world, make new friends, and grow in knowledge together. He's not wrong, right? He's not wrong. Like he's 1000% correct in how he feels about races coexisting. I like Harold, man. I don't care what they say about you, Harold. They can never make me hate you. We got to see how it ends, but they could never make me hate you so far. I think I don't disagree with the efforts, right? I don't disagree with the efforts. My issue is that how are you protecting your people? That's it. That's it. Yo, shout out to Heavenly King Somers 8336. He says, Brago, we from the church. Thank you for speaking the truth of Saint Somers. We welcome you, Brother Brago, to the church, and W the saint of the church of Somers. Be proud, Saint Brago D. Somers. I don't hate Somers. I got to be honest. I don't hate Somers. I think if you're going to be bad, lean into it. It's kind of like how I feel about Frieza. Okay? I don't hate Frieza. I get it. I get it. Bro, I think we got to understand, right? Not saying I agree with the actions, but I get it, bro. All right, first off, those y'all gotta see it from Frieza's perspective. The monkeys had a cheat code, bro. Yo, you tell me after every fight y'all get like 10 times stronger, and then y'all can transform into bigger monkeys, and there was an entire. All right. I don't think Harold's wrong though. Like, joining the larger world and growing in knowledge together, I think it's a good idea. It's just, come on, y'all. Like, come on. You see, that's the thing. People love Frieza. They're just scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. Frieza's awesome. Frieza's awesome. I don't agree with the things he does, but he's awesome. Yeah. Okay. We're one step away. Our future has never been brighter. Okay. All right. All right. All it took was one attack from Frieza to blow up a planet. He had no reason to fear. Here's the thing, though, Nitro. It took one attack from Frieza, but they were growing too strong too fast. All right? They were growing too strong too fast. You gotta quell it. You gotta quell it. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The chapter says, yeah, let's ditch this warrior crap. Now you're losing me a little bit. Now you're losing me. So yeah, let's ditch this warrior crap. I understand ditching a narrative altogether, but that's almost like ditching your way of life, your history. How do the elders feel about this? Yo, football guy, how you doing, brother? Thanksgiving was amazing. Thanksgiving was great. Spent time with family, cannot complain about Thanksgiving. Chill, nothing too much, nothing too crazy, and with football. Appreciate you, football guy. And of course, in the back of Harold's mind with all this, he's like, I'll make it happen, Ida. He's still thinking of Ida. So, oh, shit, I forgot about Ida. She was sick. Walrus School. This is all thanks to you, Saul. Better sharp kid. They're not wrong. They're not wrong, but it's like you're leading them out to the slaughter. Better sharp kids than sharp blades, huh? Did it? You know what? Here's my issue. Here's my issue. My issue is, okay, it's not an issue. Here's my observation, because I think issue gives a negative stigma. My observation is that, Saul, you have been down there. You know how they operate. At least put a bug in your boy's ear and say, yo, all right, I understand that we want sharp kids, but maybe we should keep our blades as well. Just in case. Just in case. I've been down there. I've been a part of the organization. I know how they are. Just in case, let's have backup plan. All right? Yo, shout out to Football Guy for the 20. Yo, appreciate you, Football Guy. Appreciate you, B. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Of course, Saul doesn't have all the knowledge of his celestial dragons and all that, but you know how the Marines operate at least. But I mean, even the Marines were getting orders, whatever. Okay, here we go. But ain't you afraid you've lost something here, Harold? I don't believe. Okay, I like the question. I don't believe that military power is what makes a country strong anymore. It's because of Ida. She taught me everything. Meeting her was the greatest blessing of my life. Okay. Rest in peace to Ida. Moms just don't survive flashbacks. It continues. Moms just don't survive flashbacks. I don't know why I thought Ida was still alive. Back when I was reading the last chapter, I was like, okay, she's still no. Another dead mother in a flashback. Golly, I don't know. We gotta ask Sandman what's going on with her husband. Okay. Rest in peace to Ida. Hey, Harold. Elbaf really has changed a lot. When I first came here, there was tons of internal conflict. It was scary. You've changed everything. Now children can laugh and study instead. It's like a totally different country. The old customs, our backwards traditions, all of those bad practices from the warrior era will be thrown away. I get it, but I'm not gonna lie. Just throwing them away? I understand changing the country, right? And trying to change the narrative on your country, but just throwing away. There's some customs that should be thrown away. 1000%, right? But I don't know. Maybe some should remain. Exactly. It just went from one extreme to the other. It is. It was just about treating people with respect. And I think you can still have your customs where it's like you'll have your maybe like your months where it's like it's your warriors and kind of raising the kids in that way, but still having respect and understanding how to respect each other, right? But still having warriors within the space. This is an insane overcorrection on Harold's part. Oh, but I kind of like the whole Warriors Pride part. It's really cool. You should cherish your culture. Thank you! Thank you, Ida! No, Harold. No, it's the old guard that kept you guys from marrying, not the entire culture. This is all right. This is borderline self-hate, if not flat out. Like, I think ultimately, right? Ultimately, I can understand certain things in culture that you don't rock with. And I think for each person, we have certain cultures and certain things in our culture that we're like, I don't rock with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think that should be condoned. But I'm not throwing away my entire culture because I don't agree with a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like ignorant niggas. Right? Me, personally, I don't like ignorant niggas. But that don't mean I don't like niggas. And throw in my entire culture for ignorant niggas? No. It's him trying to flip it so much. It's a little bit of self-hate. It's a little bit of self-hate. It's a little bit of it's atonement. Yo, bro, wait. There's nobody else in Elbaf that's opposed to this. We don't have a whole faction of people from Elbaf that's opposed to this throwing away of our old culture. We gotta have somebody there that's like, yo, no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because even Ida's like, no. Warriors' pride, that's good. We gotta have pride in Elbaf. He said, you always did say you wanted to make me your legal wife. That really is the sweetest thing. You're so cute. What about Loki? He'll always be Hiruden's kid brother. He'll always be Hiruden's kid brother, won't he? In my heart, I've always thought of him like that. Feelings like that keep my heart full. It's what kept me going all this time. But don't worry, it's okay. You're everybody's king, Harold. I think Oda does a thing where he typically makes moms just really sweet anchors and game changers for these characters because he's going to get rid of them, right? So he uses the mom and the death of the mom to instill these ideals into these characters forever. But the thing is, like, he did it on the opposite end too with Istrid, where it's like a memorable death, right? like that's crazy. You're almost there, right? That's right, Ida. It won't be long. Soon we'll be connected with the whole world. Our world will be tens of thousands of times bigger. Then we can go traveling together. Just like the old days. That sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to it, too. Damn, just like that? Oh, they threw Loki in jail for burning down that city. Oh. Oh. Mm. Even Loki got to tip his cap. I say this. From what we've seen of Loki so far, I don't care what this nigga did, what this nigga does. That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. Not gonna lie, Harold probably should have married her on her deathbed. He probably should have married her on her deathbed. Be like, man, screw what they talking about. I don't care what they talking about. We get married right now. Bring the priest in. Bring all. We about to get married right now. That's probably what he should have did. Yeah, that's tough. 14 years ago, the holy land of Marijoa. Shanks is missing? Indeed. Had he completed his last mission, would have been formally knighted. As you were our next choice. Because 14 years ago, I believe this is the year of Who's Who. This is the year of Who's Who, where Shanks goes after the Nika fruit. As you were our next choice, that opportunity now falls to you. What will you do? I mean, I find it interesting that they did welcome Shanks back to Mary Joa, and they told Doflamingo to fuck off. I'll naturally accept the honor of being one of God's knights. Doing that will secure Elbaf's membership status. Congratulations, then. The Great One has agreed to trust in you. It's been a long process. You'll be remembered as a king who brought great change to Elbaf. But to be honest, look how big this nigga is, bro. And the Gores say, like, they're pretty large men themselves. How big this nigga is, bro. When Elbaf finally joins the world government, I plan to relinquish the throne. A younger, more virtuous ruler than I should take over. This nigga talk too much, bro. You're too chummy. You're too chummy. They're like, that's that. He's so comfortable. He's so comfortable. Yo, hey, by the way, when Elbaf joined, I would just like somebody else need to run it. Like somebody more younger, virtuous. They should just take over. Shut up. We'll let you know what should happen. Nigga, what? This is a matter for Mu to decide. Why? Why? Why is there someone on the empty throne? Mu has been watching the arrow. Wah! I don't know what Emu did to him. I don't know what Emu did to him, but he felt that. He added what? He added a horseshoe into the mark to an additional brand. It's surging within me. I feel great. I feel awesome. Yes, yes, yes. It's chilling. This is the power of immortality. Still sends shivers down his spine. He's now beyond any wild monster, forged into a mighty weapon. Consider thyself an immortal knight sworn to mortal. Can't believe it. Carve an abyss pentagram in Elbaf. That will mark the bond between. This ain't crazy to y'all? This ain't crazy to y'all that like he can just like make immortal people like this? Vice. He said, King Kunta, how far will he bend over to the world government for vague promises of assimilation? Great Mu will see it for himself tonight. Here's what I say. Here's what I say though. Here's what I say. I don't blame Harold. Okay, only thing I blame Harold for is like the severe overcorrection, but I'm not mad at him for like looking at the world government and assimilation as a inherently bad thing. It's been working for them. Right? It's actually been working. The people are happier. The view of Elbaf has gotten better. And for him, He's thinking, oh my God, and we're not even a member nation yet, right? Once we become a member nation, it's going to go through the roof. So why do I like this guy? I don't think he's a bad guy, right? No, but the thing is, like, I think for a lot of us, it's very difficult to understand Harold's perspective because we know so much. All right, we know way more than Harold would. Harold has no idea the deep, dark secrets of the world government, and he's just looking at it from his people's perspective. You don't know, right? He don't know. I think there's something there with him questioning why someone is on the empty throne. I wonder if that goes somewhere because now, like, you realize a part of what they sold you is kind of bullshit. Because it's not like, oh, all these member nations are together and there's no ruler. Now you know for a fact there's a ruler. Does that change? Does that change a little bit? A little bit. That's what I'm saying, Disco. Exactly, Disco. His heart is in the right place. He is naive, though. But, like, they've pulled the wool over his eyes because his country business booming, right? People are loving the Giants. They like, there's a positive spin, and it started for the Giants. That's all he's wanted, right? Wow. Thy dearest wish shall finally be granted. Huzzah! As soon as this last mission is completed, Elbaf will be recognized as a member nation of the world government. Thank you, King Harold. Crest Castle. Oh. Huh? Could you repeat that? Great Emu. Mobilize the entire nation and form a grand army of war. The giant warrior fleet will stand alongside the Marine and serve the world as... Whoa, wait, no, whoa, moo, whoa, hold on, whoa, wait. Let's talk about this now. Everything I've done was to free Elbaf from violence. Of course, if anyone still wishes to fight, I tell them enlist in the Marines, but Mo. All right. I wish Oda had set the stage, all right? I wish Oda had set the stage. Like, is this in the morning? Right? Did Harold just wake up and Emu say, yo, go to the throne real quick for me? Right? Or was Harold just chilling? And Mu just said, yo, Harold, I need you to do some shit for me. I need some warriors, gang. It's like, whoa. Emu, can you say that shit? Can you say that one more time? Then Emu put his deep voice on. Mobilize the entire nation and form a grand army of warriors. The Grand Warrior Fleet will stand alongside the Marines, serve the world as... He cut him off. He cut the great Mu off. Who does this huzzah think he is? Thou vowed to atone for Elbaf's history, even at the cost of becoming a slave. I was talking about me, right? I said me. Not everybody, just me. I meant to carry that burden alone. He said, the burden of such history is too great for you to... Nigga, Emu basically said, nigga, y'all done did too much shit. You think only you can atone? All right, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear one more word out of you. Listen, all right? Those who enter into a deep-sea covenant may gain immortality and power. but it comes at the cost of total obedience. Thou will carry out Mu's orders, regardless of thine own will. This isn't good. I'm losing control. Elbaf. Wait, did he just make him dance? They never meant for it to become part of the fold. Curse that emu. Guards! All right. No, this is serious business. This is serious business. Okay, so basically, if he got the deep sea covenant, you can't say no. All right? You can't say no. Is he gonna tell the guards to kill him? What is it, your majesty? Is someone chaining me to this pillar? Hurry. Summon Elder Yarul and my sons. But sire, I believe Harridan is still out at sea, and Loki, Lord Loki, that is, still imprisoned after what happened. I can't resist for long. What exactly is this concerning, your majesty? None of that matters now. Release him. Free to go, Loki. Head to the West Castle at once. The king requires your presence. What's going on? And so we return to where this tale began. The day of the castle massacre, when Elbaf's most beloved king, Harold the Benevolent, lost his life. The crazy thing is that now we're back. We're out of the flashback. Now we're only in flashback. Because we were 3 levels deep in the flashback. It's flashbackception. We were 3 levels deep into the flashback. Got out of Rocks. Got out of Harold. Now we back to Loki. And we back to Loki. And Scape are basically talking about what happened. Wow. Yo, Diaz, what's happening, brother? Loki upscale, therefore Sanji upscale. Don't know how Sanji comes into play yet, but upscale him anyway. I'm with you. I'm with you. A flashback within a flashback within a flashback. Yeah. So we're back to square one. We're back to 11. Was it like 54? Something like that, I want to say. I think 1154, if I remember correctly. Okay. So we're done with the past. Now we're back to what happened that night or that day, the castle massacre. I ooh. Hold on, y'all. Imagine asking your boy what happened yesterday. He starts talking about how his parents met. He's like, well, it went all the way back to like my dad. He was a menace. Well, I mean, I'm not mad at it because this is the best flashback ever. Longest flashback ever, but the best flashback ever. But I think Emu basically said, you're in a deep sea contract. You have to do what I asked. And he wanted to assemble. Okay. Here's my thing. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest about Harold's decisions. Harold, you made it this far, right? You're already doing the world's bidding. He's just saying, I want you to have a crew and a fleet that's gonna work with the Marines. I, but I I get it. For Harold, it's about he just wants to be the one that's paying, right? He wants to be the one to atone. He doesn't want other people to be stuck in the 360 like he is. I think at this point, get some of your mans and be like, yo, this is what we doing. But this is for the sake of Elbaf. You make it this far. Actually, he did say mobilize the entire nation. Yo, Emu ain't shit. He even say like 25, 30, 50, 100. He said mobilize the entire nation. Oh, God. I didn't see that. I saw it, but I didn't process it. He said, yo, everybody, right? Not even like, yo, all the strong warriors. He said, no, nigga, everybody. Mobilize everybody. All right. That's crazy. Now, come on, yo. Yo, but here's the thing. The crazy part with Emu, right? It felt like he did it like the next day, right? He let him get a good night's sleep, right? He got a good night's rest. And then he was like, all right, I've come to collect. Right? He did it the next day. Actually, I don't know. He said, yo, I want everybody. Harold's like, whoa, I thought you only wanted me. No, nigga, I wanted all of you. I didn't see the everybody. The everybody's ridiculous. Emu out of pocket for that one. Like, there's some things with Emu that I'm like, all right. If I'm the ruler, I've been ruling for 900 years, I'm a put my nuts on the table every now and again. Everybody? You want everybody, bro? Dog, Jake from kindergartners. He wanted everybody on the front lines. He said, you're going to stand alongside the Marines and serve the world as, and he cut him off. He cut him off. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to lie. Emu did it the wrong way. No, bro. No, you gotta start small. Like, if you had said, I need an elite force, right? I need an elite force. Like, I just need like 15 to 20 y'all to serve alongside the Marines with you leading it. Harold would have been like, all right, okay, all right, 15, 20, all right, cool. And then after, I ask for like 5 more every 2 weeks. Need 30, right? Right now we need 20 more. All right, we need like maybe 100 more. Right? Did Emu talk this over with the Gorosei? Do you think Emu talked to them? They was like, bro, I'm sure the Gorosei was like, all of it? You gonna ask for all of them tomorrow? They probably told him to give him a week. Give him some time. Let him sit on it. And don't demand it right away. Right? Emu's probably like, silence! You see, Shanks got out of there. Shanks got out of there before they could latch on to him, bro. Shanks was like, wait, what? You know what? Shamrock probably told Shanks what comes with the deep sea contract. Shamrock probably says, yeah, you know, real shit. He's like, yo, what if I wanna go hoop? You gotta ask Moo. If I wanna go hoop, yeah, you gotta ask Moo. You gotta ask the great one. Oh, hell no. No. You gotta ask Moo. Shanks got up out of there. Shanks said, what? They said Shanks had one more mission. He had one more mission. You know, it'd be funny if Shanks' mission was to protect that damn ship. Shanks said, oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Emu's diabolical. But Harold, you know, I'm not too mad at Harold, y'all. I know a lot of people are killing him right now. They're probably looking at him like he goofy. He's just naive. He's just naive. And it worked a little bit. It worked a little bit. Shanks just dipped. Shanks dipped out. Yo, did Shamrock help Shanks escape? What do you think? Did Shamrock... You know what I think? I think Shamrock saw Shanks leaving and let him go. You know, yeah, like the Prince of Egypt. Moses. Oh man. I need some more. I need some more perspective. I would like to see the perspective of Shanks. Like, what happened? How he got out of there? I wanna see it. Yo, Kayla said Shanks got a tat on the arm. Does he get? No, I believe it's the same arm to the Sea King. Yeah, I believe it's the same arm. Shanks cuts Shamrock's seal arm off to free him. I don't think Shamrock knows what he's in. He was raised that way. I don't think that nigga trying to get out. Sun God Hansen, forgive Harold. He ain't go to school. He a little slow. He was just thinking of his people, bro. All right, how do you think Shanks disappeared if Emu can seemingly track everyone that's marked? Well, Emu can track... Well, okay. It seems like Emu can track the people that's officially marked, right? Like, if you have any mark, he can track you? Yeah, How did Shanks know all of this? How did he dip at the perfect time, right? And he disappeared. They say Shanks disappeared. But then they allow this nigga to live. I'm not gonna lie. If I told Shanks about all this stuff, then he disappeared and he popped back up as like a pirate. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, what? Can you imagine Shamrock like, what? And now he just, I'm gonna call him. I'm like, nigga, what you got going on? He's like, I had to get up out of there, twin. Yo, he is befuddled. What you mean? Oh, I know Shamrock was having a blast. He had his brother back. They're twins. They can spar. They're gonna rule the world together. Like, bro, we about to go take over this country. About to like play like rock paper scissors. with like people's lives and shit. Like, so if we lose, they get like to run for a minute. If we win, then we kill him on the spot. Like he was having a blast with his brother. And he just leave him? Shanks. Listen, this story is not meant to be so funny, but they damn near walked. They had Harold slowly walk the plank. Slowly walk the plank. And I guarantee when they told Garling that Shanks left, he was like, shit. This nigga, hey, I'm not forcing that nigga to be. Garling probably didn't give a damn. Damn. Seems like leaving the Celestial Dragons ain't that harsh of a crime. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna lie. I would not stop trying to assassinate Shanks. If he left us like that, I would not stop trying to assassinate him. But I guess, like, you know, they put the dealings of controlling the world over like something petty. They say Shanks disappeared. So this mark is immortality. So Shanks is missing? Had he completed his last mission, he would have been formally knighted. Okay. They said, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is hilarious because they told Harold, all right, man, Shanks was our first option. Okay? That nigga ran away. For whatever reason, I don't know why he would run from us, but he ran away. But this presents a golden opportunity for you. You still want the position? Harold's like, oh, yeah. Yo, Kyle Jerome Carter said, do you think the world government has rocks or Harold's DNA? And will they do, or do they have a Lunarian and Seraphim versions born to fight alongside Emo in the end? Kyle, that's a fantastic question. The world government should have Roger's DNA. It should have Rox's DNA. It should have Harold's DNA. They should have all, if they got Mihawk's DNA, I would say they're probably the most difficult DNA to get, probably Mihawk's. But if they got his DNA, they got all these niggas. But the issue, right? Yo, dog, they could have asked Harold to piss in a cup, right? He would have did it. Yo, Harold would have given anything to them. They would have said, Harold, we're trying to create. They could have told him, we're trying to recreate a warrior race of your DNA. He'd been like, oh, you're going to use it for good, right? Of course, Harold. Of course. Would have given him everything. So they should, but okay, here's the thing though. With the DNA of an ancient giant, how much would it cost to create a Seraphim that is functional with Harold's DNA? It's probably very expensive, and very difficult. And then, I mean, they could throw him any devil fruit. But I mean, they should have Shanks' DNA. I think here's the thing. The problem with the Seraphim is that Oda can't spam it. Oda can't spam Seraphim because then what does it feel like? It just feels like Edo Tensei. Oh, bro, Ace's DNA was right there. It was right there. It was right there. They could, but if Oda spams this, it starts feeling a little gimmicky, right? So, no, Kaido. They should have Kaido's DNA. So that's the difficulty with the Seraphim. I think they're gonna have it where it's like it's too difficult to create a Seraphim, those characters, blah 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 blah. Depends on when they started collecting DNA. I mean, that too. The final part of the chapter. I mean, Harold. I would say it's not Pedro esque, but he was definitely at a point where he's like, all right, hold on. What was his thought process? All right, I gotta. Okay, I guess he feels like because he was being controlled, if they kill him, then we're good. Oh man, I mean, he probably gave them instructions. I would assume he probably gave them instructions. Did Saul tell Harold about O'Hara? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. This dude Harold was way too gung ho to join. I don't think he told. I think at the end of the day, this is still the king, right? This is royalty, and so with Saul knowing what Harold is trying to accomplish, he's probably tiptoeing around so many things because he wants Harold to kind of come to those conclusions. He can coax him, right? He can try to lead him there, but he don't want to like throw too much at him. So he probably would have told him eventually. But you know, I mean, he is indeed the greatest king in Elbaf's history. Just too overzealous. Probably Zakor. He probably tells Loki and Yarul about everything that happened. He probably told him like, "Hey, this is a situation that I'm in." I mean, bro, they said it's only take 3 minutes. Did they speak really fast? They can probably get through all of it. Well, Shanks being a child of prophecy is I mean lineage, right? That Jon Snow got betrayed. Damn, damn. Spoiler alert. Um, and Yarrow forgets because the sword to the head. Yeah, yeah. I think Loki's only telling about what happened that day at the castle, and the rest is yeah. Loki's not telling about how Harold met Ida and all that stuff. That's for us. That's for us to make sense of the story. Um, I think it's just the basics from Loki's perspective. Like from when we see Loki, the interaction with Rox, every time Rox came back, Rox talking to Harold, and probably towards the end, right? This is Loki's not telling the entire story. Chopper can probably fill in certain things that he knows, right? Like maybe some stuff about Shanks because Luffy stayed because of Shanks, right? So, whoa. He betrayed the watch. Ah. One day we got to have a real Game of Thrones discussion. What did Shanks do to surpass Harold for a promotion in 1 year? Be the Garland and probably kidnap Ginny. Or maybe that was the last straw. Maybe that was the last straw where Shanks was like, all right. Because I believe Ginny got kidnapped that next year, no? Didn't Ginny get kidnapped that next year? Uh or maybe Shanks did do it. Maybe Shanks did do it. And then he was like, all right, this is a little bit too far. The way Brago likes Summers, he probably loves the Red Wedding. Okay. At the time the Red Wedding happened, I was a huge fan of Rob. I was a huge fan of Rob. Okay. I was like, yo, this guy, man, he might have it. But when he did what he did, I was like, somebody got paid for that. Somebody got paid for that. And in Game of Thrones, typically, eventually, right? Eventually the Reaper comes to collect. Eventually. Typically, the Reaper comes to collect at some point. Right? So, yo, Young Ivy with the 5 gets. Appreciate you, Young Ivy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I feel amazing. But I was a huge fan of Rob, and the story was kind of framing it that way, right? I think typically, I think in our world, typically we feel like, you know, good people kind of, you reap what you sow. Nah, right? In Game of Thrones, it's like, gotta go with the traditions. You kind of have to follow the status quo. If you don't, it's gonna come back to bite you. Rob was just like Ned, right? And so, I think, I think when it happened, I mean, obviously, right? Obviously, but then I was like, eh, shouldn't have been talking shit. Nah, like even with Ned, I'm like, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Once the women pregnant, and I was like, oh, okay. So, by the way, so if the time lapse theory is true, when we leave Elbaf and 2 to 3 years has passed, we're gonna have to deal with 20-year-old Lunarian versions of Mihawk, Boa, Dofi, Jinbei, Kuma, Moria, and Crocodile. The time lapse theory, 2 to 3 years is ridiculous, right? That would be more than the time skip. We still don't know all that happened during the time skip. Imagine if it's 2 to 3 years has passed since we've been in Elbaf. Do you know what we'd have to deal with? It's too much. Two to 3 years is too much. I would say 3 months. I'd say 3 months. 3 months. If a time lapse thing is in effect, which seemingly with how Scopper and Shanks talked about when Roger died, there should be a time lapse happening. Because Scopper was like, yo, Roger just died 2 years ago or something like that. Shanks was like, what? What you mean? It's been 5 years. So, or 10 years, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but there should be some disparity there. The Rob is an actual idiot. He's already sacrificed man program. He could just kept as a side piece or having the proper political merit that but he was just an honest man. He didn't want a side piece. He didn't want a side piece. He wanted to marry her the right way, you know? And I respect it. I respect Rob for that. I just think it was dumb. It was dumb. Like, I agree with you, Zakor. I probably would have kept a side piece if I was Rob, right? Because of how much it meant to, you know, the world and to the family and just like keeping your word. House of the Dragons. House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon season 1 was pretty good. Really good, actually. I feel like House of the Dragon season 1 is probably had one of the best endings to a season that I'd ever seen. As far as my interest for season 2, because of how season 1 ended of House of the Dragon. When I say that ending was so fire, bro, it was It was peak. But I don't think season 2 delivered on the hype that I had for at the end of season 1. It was too tame. It was too tame. I think it was too tame. I'm talking about, like, because of what the end of season 1 happened, I was mad. I was ready to ride out. I thought season 2, the entire season 2 was going to be war, niggas dying every single episode. We had, like, Damon hallucinating damn near half the season. I was like, I like Damon, but we spending way too much time here. It's time to spin. We gotta spin. It's time to spin. But I'm here for season 2. We'll see what happens. I don't think time moves slow. I think the days and nights are 3 times longer, causing the illusion of time. Okay, that could be it. Where the days and nights are longer, but it's just because of how things move in Elbaf. It gets, because why are the days lasting longer? Stranger Things, I've watched like a few episodes of Stranger Things. I've never been, I didn't finish season 1. I think I watched like 4 or 5 episodes, if I remember correctly. I think I remember them getting to a house and then being stuck in like this different dimension or something. I don't know. Freerun, I believe season 2 of Freerun is out next month. I believe. Next month. Watch Welcome to Derry. It's better than Stranger Things. That will happen. That would happen. That will happen. That will happen. That certainly will happen. We got a long list. We got a long list of things we got to watch. I even updated my anime rankings yesterday. And I moved Steins Gate up to like my top 30. And I moved JoJo up into my top 30. River Island's like any slobby where it's perpetually daytime. There's a presence for weird sunlight stuff. It is. I just watched I watched Tree of Might, and I watched another movie of Dragon Ball. I'm kind of trying to watch it in chronological order. So, and I just watched Bardock. That Bardock episode. Fantastic. Fully caught up on Kagurabachi. We are officially fully caught up on Kagurabachi. Oh boy. It's shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be having weekly reactions to Kagurabachi. Yeah, we're having a discussion tonight. Maybe around 10. Caster. Kaleb, maybe around 10, like 2 hours or so. Let's do it. Let's do it. But now, see, y'all got me wanting to watch Welcome to Derry. Kagurabachi, I say this: if they get the right studio, it'll probably have the acclaim as like probably the anime of next up as far as the anime. I would say that if it gets the right studio, I think it has everything for casuals to latch on to. I think it's swordsmanship done right. So many different types of swordsmanship. It has sorcery. It has great characters, epic battles. They really go in when it comes to just the shonen element. And they got so many cool characters, hella aura farming. I mean, it's just endless things that I think would translate really well to anime if it's done right. Because I thought Sakamoto Days had a lot that could translate really well, and it still does. But I don't think they captured the essence of what I saw or what I felt when I was reading Sakamoto Days. So it's not beating JJK. Well, I can't put it over JJK because JJK is my top 10 anime of all time already. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Where I think Giannis is going to land. Put Giannis on the Lakers. Fuck it. Nah, I think you got to put him in a. So we had the question in GC: who's a bigger clown between Harold and Odin? I mean, I think Odin is the way bigger clown. At least we saw some progress for Harold that he could like at least look at and point to and be like, okay, this is why I'm doing it. Odin twerked for 5 years and we didn't see any signs of progress. What were the signs of progress? After the first year, did you see people getting freed? What were the signs of progress? After the second year, do you not go like, yo, what's going on? I think it's not even close to me. It's not even close. Odin is going to always be looked at as the bigger clown. Not even close. And the fact that Odin could have resolved it with help, he could have resolved it with help. He had very, very powerful crews that could resolve this easily. No. I really like Odin. I think, again, good intentions, just, you know. Yeah. I'm just like, what did you think was gonna happen for Odin? You know? And it kind of rubs salt into the wound, which, you know, at least for Harold and Rox, we don't know what would have happened. With Odin, Kaido basically said, yo, if y'all would attack me as soon as you came back, I don't know. Could have went either way. Kaido basically said that. Yo, if you just pulled up on me as soon as you got back, I don't know. I'd have been in a tough spot. And we know he had his blades in jail. Right? I don't know why he had his blades in jail. But he had his blades. This nigga was acting like a devil fruit user. Like if he had sea stone cuffs on. Like what? I don't know. And again, I know like we have to kind of be mindful that the story is already written. This is just a flashback and telling us like how things came to be. So there's gonna be some things in there that's like, right? But I would have at least I would have rather if like Odin went to fight Kaido and just lost. I mean, he did. But I'm talking about like right away. You know what I mean? Harold versus Odin, who you got? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I think Harold might be a top 10, one of the top 10 strongest characters in history. At least that right now, that's how I look at him. I got Harold in my top 10 all time. That's how I think based on what I've seen, and maybe because of where I have Rox, I got Harold top 10 all time. In my opinion. I think Odin is tier 2, maybe tier 3. If you keep it a bean. If you keep it a bean, Odin might be a tier 3. Would Odin probably makes the top 30 all time. He definitely makes a top 30 all time. But like when we start getting to Uzan and Izuru and Akainu, and we might have some interesting conversations with Luffy, and I don't know if niggas want to talk about Zoro, and then I don't know if niggas want to talk about Kid. All right. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Nah, Katakuri is not top 30 on. Katakuri is not. As much as I would like to pigeonhole Katakuri to top 30 all time, nah, he's not top 30 all time. Again, the difficulty with like the top 30, especially all time, is like, are we first off, it's obviously it's dead and alive characters, right? So it's like, we're like, what about Joy Boy? What about Emu? What about the Seraphim? What about the Gorosei? And then like things get murky. And I think the lists are super boring if people got the 5 Gorosei, all the Seraphim, Emu, half of Shanks' crew. That shit boring. That's just got boring ass lists. So I think it's just better to just like erase all these unnecessary niggas because like, So I think we might switch it up this year. I think we might do top 30 all time this year. I think that's where we're leading. Top 30 all time. I think in general we kind of know where a lot of the people rank today. I think it'd be more interesting with top 30 all time, considering we just got the flashback, right? And we got so much context. Fuck it, we're doing top 30 all time. We're doing top 30 all time. We just got the flashback. We got all those legends in the past. We got Rod. I think we're doing top 30 all time. I think that makes more sense. Let's do it. Top 30 all time. That's the top 30 this year. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, Emu's not included. Gorosei's not included. Seraphim not included. Joy Boy's not included. Emeth not included. Don't include this nigga with a hockey knot. I'm sorry. Fisher Tiger better make it. I don't know if Fisher Tiger makes a top 50 all time. I'll be honest with you. And I love Fisher Tiger. God Knights included. I feel like the God Knights have enough. Yeah, no Davy Jones, no Joy Boy. No Davy Jones, no Joy Boy. Yeah, Chuck going to try to fit Saul in there. Fisher Tiger or Brooke? I got Brooke. I'm kidding. I have Fisher Tiger. I got Fisher Tiger over Brooke. You're putting Harold above Mihawk, right? We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Like I said, Harold is in my top 10 all time. Where is he in my top 10? I don't know, but he in my top 10. And I think my top 1. The God Knight should not be on the list if the Gorosei ain't on there. I mean, let's be honest though. For the most part, the only God Knight that people are gonna try to rank would be Garling and Shamrock. Nope, Gunko, Sommers, Killingham is not making the top 30 all time. So I don't think it's a need to kind of block all the God Knights. It's just about Shamrock and Garling that people would try to rank. I think those two are fine. Nobody ranking Killingham top 30 all time. Our top 1? Huh. Even Garling and Shamrock are not scalable at all. I mean, Dragon isn't scalable at all. You're just guessing. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, the top 30 isn't about accuracy. You know what I'm saying? The top 30 isn't necessarily about accuracy. It's about interesting and fun discussion. Bro, like, we go back to our top 30s from like 5 years ago. Dead wrong with hella characters. But I tell you what, had an amazing time. Had a blast with the boys. Right? It ain't about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could do the thing where some people do the thing where they just like, they put a top 30 based on where they think characters are gonna be. They'd be like, oh, all right, Zoro top 12. They put like, you know what I'm saying? That's easy to do. Nah, we just having a blast. All right. We gotta go if we're trying to have a discussion tonight. So yeah, go Dofi was top 30 10 years ago. Dofi was top 30, I want to say like 6 years, 7 years ago. 5 years ago. Yeah, Wing and Ty, they would Wing did have Thor. If we're gonna be in that gender reference long. I might. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to make it. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy talking with the gang, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be there. Uh, who was it? Somebody was it? Somebody didn't have stabs because that's what we used. We used Shamrock as stabs last year, but somebody had the man in shadows or something. And I was like, oh my god. But here's the thing though. On the top 30s, King, Jack, and Queen were on the list, I believe, before we even met them. You know what I'm saying? Or I think after we met Jack, niggas put King and Queen on the list before met him. Real shit. But you hit football guy? Oh my god. Our commander's making the top 30 all time. I you gotta think about it. Commanders already they're already at like 20 something at this point, right? The top 10 is probably going to be a lot of people from the past. Of course, you shave for like maybe some Kaido, Big Mom, and of course now we're including dead characters too. So now Whitebeard is back on the list. You know, Ace. So like I don't know how many commanders make it. I can see probably one or two commanders making it. I can see one or two commanders, and I'm not gonna lie. We don't have enough context as to like why this person should make the list. I might throw Wang Ji on my list, my nigga. I might throw Wang Ji on my list. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. A character that disappointed me because I thought we'd see just like we see the hands or the feet, right? I thought we'd see that. Shocky. I thought we'd actually get a chance to see Shocky do something, right? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. Nothing. That's unfortunate. Shiki. I don't need too much from Shiki, to be honest. Shiki obviously top 30 all time. I'm just talking about we knew Shocky was strong. I thought Oda would have given her a moment to kind of like have her box and show like, oh damn, she up there with Boa? Is she stronger than but nah, like Boa, as of right now, from what I've seen, Boa is folding. Yo, Young Ivy with the 10 gift. Yo, appreciate you, Young Ivy. Honestly, Boa might be the most underrated, one of the more underrated characters in One Piece. I already saw Chestnut getting tired of One Piece fans because of the Shanks and Mihawk debate. Oh, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but well, what did she say? I mean, I feel her. I feel her 1000%. Like, I get it. Um, all right. We got to dip. If you want to do this at 10, we got to dip. Appreciate y'all. Be back at 10 o'clock, hour and some change. Like the stream. We got some things to talk about. All right. Appreciate y'all. Hour and some change. I'll be back.